This is Anarchast.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Anarchast, your home for anarchy on the internet. I'm with Antonio here in Santiago, Chile. He's from Italy originally, and he's got an amazing story, very similar to my own story. And we'll ask him how that all evolved. But the first question and how it all starts is, how did you become an anarchist?
Okay, first of all, I will make sorry for my English. I always to say that my is macaroni English, but I think you understand.
Yeah, I understand.
It's quite understand. I became anarchist, let's say, for chance. This is just my life story. I was an entrepreneur. I was making my job, my enterprises. Then my enterprises went wrong. Then I have also lived a very bad situation with some big powers like banks and so on. And then was just starting to understand why was going like this. And then just for chance one day I discovered some words in internet by Mises that just say that economy is something that is linked to human action, and these words just keep me interested. And then from that day I went in Mises.org website, and then I just download all the books, and then I became an Austrian economist, and it's natural that then I became an anarchist, because I lived in, let's say, in myself, in my skin, how could be terrible the power of the big power could be terrible against you.
Yeah, and you were telling me just earlier that you started one of the top internet companies in Italy in 1994, and it all collapsed during the tech bubble.
I'm a mechanical engineer. I was my first years I was working like engineer in a big group like Fiat Group. Then I became entrepreneur because I felt that I will become entrepreneur, and then I set up one of the first internet service provider in 1994. And then this company followed, let's say, the growth of the internet until the bubble. And my company was one of the most successful internet company in Italy because almost two big banks came in my company, became my shareholders. And then when the internet burst, these two banks just destroyed my company very easily. And then I sensed that something very wrong was happening. And then I just went off Italy. I went to England. Then I went to Estonia. And then the 2008 crisis hits. And then in the other time, I sensed that something wrong was going on also there. And this is the move, the reason why I discovered Austrian economist. So mine was a direct experience of the craziness, let's say, with the money printing, of the big power, and so on.
Yeah, the exact same story. For anyone who doesn't know, I started Canada's first and largest financial website, stockhouse.com, in 1994.
Wow. And
it went to the same as yours. Yours went to hundreds of millions of dollars, so did this one. And then the next day after the bubble burst, it was worthless.
Yeah.
And same as you, I asked everyone what happened, and no one seemed to know.
Yeah, but I remember the day when my company, that was a typical, normal company that was making money day by day. When the internet bubble started, I was called by one bank, by merchant bank. They just called me because they found me via internet, and they invited me to visit them in Milan. I went to Milan, and they told me very fastly, your company can go to the stock exchange. Your company has $1 million value. And then I told them, are you talking with me? I'm making right now, I remember I was making $1 million turnover. How I can go to stock exchange? How you can value me? Because I knew what I was doing. And they told me, don't worry, here there are many people, many investors that are just looking company like you. You don't worry. You just go together and you will go in 6 months, 8 months, you are going to stock exchange, you are going to be valued hundreds of millions of dollars. How you can say not?
I understand. I did the exact same thing.
But then in the same time, they just, kill you so easily as they told you that you can become millionaire in 1 second. Was just madness. And only the people like us that was living inside this kind of madness could understand how real crazy they were.
And it wasn't until we both discovered Austrian economics that we understood
Yeah, absolutely.
why that all happened.
Absolutely. Austrian economics to me was a real, epiphany, like you say in English, because they just explain me everything's, even more the economics. I will say to life. This is why I became an anarchist. This is why I left Italy. This is why I could not even live in Italy. It's such a wonderful country, but people are so unconsciousness of what's going on that they say, no, I can stay here, I have to move. And then this is why I'm staying in Chile. I'm working in Exosphere with the Skinner Lane, because at least we will try to change something. This is our mission, or my mission. But I can't not anymore go back to live in such crazy place.
Yeah, you were telling me earlier about how Italy is, and we were talking about Greece as well. And why don't you tell people a little bit about what life is like there and how it functions and all this craziness with the euro?
Unfortunately, Italy and the whole Europe today is in a very bad mess because this crazy project of the unique Europe is just going destroying. Also, what I have to say, the free market or unconscious free market that were Italy, because Italy until now were a country where, let's say, the black market was functioning. And it was the reason why the crisis was not so hard. But now this crisis are even try to destroy the black market, and then the free market that they call black market, but it's just called free market. And this is the reason why I am so concerned about retail, because even the free market is going to be destroyed by central government. This is why I told you. This is why Greece looks like today still a free country, because I told you when I was traveling, because I'm from Bari, Puglia, just in front of Greece, and I used to go to Corfu. It was amazing to me that when I moved from Puglia, that I'm still talking about not some socialist country, but still, when I went to Greece and I went to Corfu, and I went the most amazing anarchic place ever, because everything was working exactly opposite about the rules, and was just amazing. I told you to Jeff before, because you went to the restaurants. The restaurant had some rule that you can't eat outside. You have this kind of 10 rules. But then you go to restaurants in Greece and they just have table on the street and you just eat, and no one's worried, even the police. Or you have to dress an helmet in such a very warmy place, but there everyone's go without helmet, even 3-4 people in a motorbike. So it was the soul of these people that is anarchic inside, and that this is why I'm very concerned if this crazy European project keep going on. I'm very concerned if they destroy even the anarchists that we South European, I will say we Roman or we Greece have since the beginning of the history. So they are trying even to destroy our most deep anarchic soul, and this is very bad. And I hope they will succeed.
What do you think? Do you think they will succeed?
I don't think so. I think that, as I told you, our inner anarchist soul will win at the end, and they are going to reach one point where it will be just unbearable to live this madness. And our tribes, as I call, it will be Southern Italians, because different even from Northern Italians. Maybe there will be the Southern Italian tribe, will be the Greek tribe, will be the Spanish tribe, but we will revolt.
Well, that's good to hear, and I actually think so too. I think we're nearing the end of this crazy central bank.
Exactly, madness. And yes, Yeah.
But it's going to be kind of scary and difficult in the transition back to more free market and more anarchy again, after, because it's going to cause so much chaos and collapse.
Yeah.
That it's during that transition it'll be interesting.
Yeah. But I don't think that it's going to be this kind of sudden collapse. I think that it's going to be something very, 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 very slowly. So people like us maybe are going to go outside. So the same is going to I think to happen in some tribes there. They're going to be then go to revolt, but I don't think in violent manner. This is my wish.
Mine too. We definitely hope it's not violent and hopefully it just fades away.
Yeah.
So why did you end up in Chile? Do you find it freer here?
No, yes. Actually, I came in Chile because I was linked. I was passionate about the project of Exosphere. So I came here for the project, not even for the country, I have to say. But yes, Chile is a relatively free country. Our project, Exosphere, it is a very important project because it will radically change the educational system. This is a very long-term project. Was set up here. And at least here there are the conditions to develop this project. And then our long-term vision is to really spread this kind of entrepreneurship education system worldwide. And my wish, I have to say, is just to bring Exosphere in South Italy, in my region, because I will help developing this. I don't want to say anarchist because when Italians say anarchist, they just got scared. It's in some bad words. But I just want to help developing the free market soul to everyone. And Exosphere, I think, is the best way to do this, to start. And this is the reason why I came here in Santiago.
That's great, and we just had Skinner Lane on with Exosphere, and that was the last video before this one, so you can get more information on Exosphere and what they're doing, and we'll have the links to it. And I think, it's very important that, it's so funny because everyone's in school all over the world. They're in the US, they go to 16 years of school, and they never learn how to actually become an entrepreneur.
No, this is very important. I was entrepreneur for at least 20 years. And I recognize exactly that what I've learned at the school, and I'm an engineer, I was spent 7 years studying engineer in Italy, was absolutely incongruent. It was absolutely the opposite of what you really need to become an entrepreneur. And to me, entrepreneur means to become independent, to get money, to not have 1, 2, 10 bosses that have to say you what you have to do. And they are not going to teach you this at school, at university, because they don't want that you start to think critically. Mm-hmm. So to do this, you have to discover yourself by doing. And this is what we would like to do. We would like to set up a system that is just help you to learn by yourself by doing. That's it. But you will discover yourself in the market. Let's say how easy or difficult it is to become an entrepreneur. But the other thing is that we know that every one of us is an entrepreneur inside. Because entrepreneurship means just be free. So how can you say to someone you are not free inside? You are not an entrepreneur inside. You can know. So we just want to help this and to just say to teach how is not the correct things to go to university or go to school even. So we hope that one day Exosphere is going to be a process or a system of education. And someone one day is going to say, "Oh, I not go to university, I go to Exosphere."
That's great. And so for all the people watching, we get a lot of questions, a lot of anarchists, especially younger people who say, I don't know how to make money. And, and that's
it's more easy. It's more easy that they teach you. It's more easy. Just go in the market and try and do and act. So this is what we are going to teach.
That's fantastic. That's a great message, and I think we'll leave it at that. So I'd like to thank Antonio from
Thank
Italy
you, Jeff.
and Chile.
Okay.
And so this has been another edition of Anarchast, your home for anarchy on the internet. Peace, love, and anarchy.
Peace, love, and anarchy. Fantastic.